Let's begin tonight's meeting at 6:32 for April 7th, 2026 City Council meeting. The public is encouraged to join the meeting online or by phone at the numbers printed on the agenda, which can be found on the city's website at www.diamondbarca.gov or in person. Main Auditorium, South Coast Air Quality Management District. We have also allowed public comments to be submitted in advance to the city clerk. If any were received, they will be noted for the record when we get to the public comment period. This meeting is being recorded, and by participating, you're giving your permission to be televised. This meeting will be rebroadcast every Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. and alternate Tuesdays at 8 p.m. and archived for viewing on the city's website. Let's proceed with the Pledge of Allegiance. And did I ask you last time, Mayor Pro Tem? Would you please do I know you know the words. Will you do our pledge?
Be my pleasure. Everyone please rise, face the flag, hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Nothing? Okay, please be seated. We don't have our intended person to be here. And City Clerk Santana, can you please call the roll?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Councilmember Chow is absent. Councilmember Liu?
Here.
Councilmember Tang?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Lo?
I'm here.
Mayor Tai?
Here. Thank you very much. And that brings us to the agenda. City Attorney Sandoval, are there any reportable actions from the closed session?
Mayor, we did have a closed session earlier, but there's no reportable action.
Thank you very much. And City Manager Fox, are there any changes to the agenda?
There are no changes to the agenda.
Thank you very much. The agenda is hereby approved. And now it's the highlight of the night. It's special presentations, certificates, and proclamations. If you'll join me in front here, we are going to begin with the Miss Diamond Bar Court. Thank you for being with us. I don't know if you're aware that, is it a screw up or just a mistake? That how long ago was that, 2 weeks? No, 3 weeks ago? You guys were unceremoniously kicked out and we got a new group. And I was certain that when Councilman Chow looked at me, he goes, where are the certificates? I go, I'm positive Linda has them. She always picks them up. No, it wasn't her, it was Scarlett. Okay, Mr. Fox, was it your fault?
No, sir.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay, Mr. Omar, is it your fault?
No, sir.
Shoot. And you think it was your fault? Because I was ready to blame Andrew, and he's not here. So anyhow, guess what? When I got back to the office on Monday, all your stuff was right on my desk, right where it needed to be. So let me do this. Serena, there you go. Natalie, there you go. Shreya, did I get that right? Thank you. And Emily, there you go. And you know that Caden saved the biggest for the last. Oh, look at the biggest for the littlest. I like that. That's so cute. So I'm so glad we had this opportunity to recognize you here appropriately. And I wore the same suit and shirt just in case that you knew that I was there on that Sunday. And before you're done, Linda, we're going to want a picture with you as well. But let's get a picture. But before we do that, I want to start with, let's go on this end. I would love to hear from you your favorite thing that you did over the last year or what you learned? Take your pick.
So my favorite thing I've done over the past years at the Special Olympics bowling, I've had the amazing opportunity to meet such amazing people all throughout this year. But that particular moment was definitely something that was very overwhelming in a good way. And I've had the best time supporting this community, and I'm so grateful to have called Diamond Bar my home.
I would say my favorite memory from this whole experience would have to be the Easter celebration. I loved hanging out with the little kids. It was so nice seeing like how they looked up to our court and being a role model for them.
I would say my favorite experience was the whole experience throughout. Being Miss Diamond Bar has taught me a lot about myself, and I'm new to this community, so being a part of it just meant a lot to me, and seeing all the familiar faces and people and just keep seeing them around my community, it just made me feel really special and at home. Thank you.
My favorite part was probably the princess parties because I got to connect with the children and we shared like a loving bond, whether it was through like stories or the crafts we made. And I'm so thankful for this opportunity and thank you for everyone for supporting us through this wonderful journey. And I'm so proud to be Miss Diamond Bar Princess. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. There was a lot of amazing events, and it's really hard to choose your favorite one, but I have to say one of my favorites was the windmill lighting, because in the spirit of Christmas, it was not only us giving back to the community, but everyone was coming together, and we had a joyous time. And the special presentations and the talents from the school's students was just so inspiring. So thank you so much to the City of Diamond Bar. Thank you.
Thank you all five of you, so much for everything that you've done for Diamond Bar over the last year. And I hope it was everything you hoped it was. What I heard a couple of times was, I really like the kids. They're really great. It's like, I know the kids are a lot more fun than the adults. So anyhow, thanks again. We really appreciate everything that you've done for us. So let's get a picture, and let's wait long enough that Linda has to come back. All right, that brings us to the next item, which is the Certificates of Recognition for 2025-2026 VEX V5 Robotics Competition, if you would all come up with us. Oh, 1, 2, robotics? Does that mean something?
0 to 1. Yeah.
Oh, 0. I was this close. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. All right, no adults here. No, nobody that's in charge of you guys? No? Okay, so who's? No, I was thinking the coach. Come, oh, coach. Don't make us come get you, coach. Come on over here, coach, because you're going to do some talking. Tell us all about this.
Oh, it's great. Fancy. Yeah, they do the best. Some of them actually is a new student for the VEX with robotics things, but in this season, they do their best. They become one of the best team in California, probably in the world. Very fancy. Yeah, and I'm really proud of them.
So you're the coach.
Yeah.
You cracked the whip and made them work right?
Actually, students do everything.
Yeah.
I just do my best to help them. They are really creative. They do their, they learn the new things like AI, robotics really fast, even faster than us. That's what we want to see.
That's outstanding. Thanks so much for being here. Stan, want to pass them out? We got everybody? Yes? Okay, we're going to take a picture, so I want you all to get closer. Keep moving this way. Yeah, you get to move up front. So do you. Now we get to do this. There we go. Is that going to work, Ceci? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for representing Diamond Bar so well. Appreciate it. Keep up the good work. Crack the whip. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, young man. And next thing we're doing is with, okay, we can have a seat. It's always the most fun with the young people, so we can go home now. That brings us to item 3.3, which is LA County Sanitation District Prop 218 rate increase presentation. Look who's there already.
So members, my name is Felicia Petrie. I'd like to start with, I've been a resident of Diamond Bar for almost 20 years. But tonight I'm here on behalf of LA County Sanitation Districts. I'd like to briefly provide you with some information we have on some of our proposed sewer increases that we have coming up. In case you're not aware, I'd just like to put up a map of our service area here. The sanitation districts provides wastewater services to 5.5 million people in LA County. We are 24 independent districts, but 17 of those that are circled here in red are part of the joint outfall system. The city of Diamond Bar is actually District 21, is part of this joint outfall system, and that is part of the ones that are have the proposed rate increase. So our sewer rates, they come on our property taxes, so they're paid by the property owner. So earlier this year in January, we mailed out our Prop 218 public notices just to allow people to be aware that these are coming. And every single property owner got one of these that looks similar to this, what you see up here, with their specific information circled here in the red. Now, I'm not going to read specifically through each of these things, but the mailer kind of went through the essential services we provide, how our money is spent, and why we are asking for a rate increase at this point. The main reason for our rate increase is because our inflation costs have not kept, or our operation costs have not kept up with inflation. So things like chemicals and electricity, things that are very heavily used for treatment plants, are rising faster than inflation, and we haven't really kept up with inflation since COVID. So how does this impact our residents here in Diamond Bar? A typical single-family home right now would pay about $16 a month, and these increases would add an additional $2.75 a month, and our rate package is proposed for the next 5 years. Just to give you some oversight and some way to compare, we have up here what our rates would be with the increase next year, along with some other agencies that provide similar services as well as similar size. So you can see even with our proposed rate increase, assuming that goes through, we're still significantly lower than our other similar agencies. And of course, we're always looking to control costs. There's many things that we do, such as trying to get grants to increase our revenue. We look for low interest loans. Our purchasing department is negotiating volume discounts, and just looking at different ways to be more efficient all the time. So we do try to control costs. And for our consumers, we also have a low water rebate program that could be available to them. It depends on their water use and their parcel and like their specific type of parcel, but it's a pretty easy application. And so if someone is here in the audience who would like to do that, they can scan the QR code or go to our website and they can see how they could possibly save for a rebate. So just to kind of summarize, our rate increases are necessary just to cover the higher costs of inflation. We also have capital projects that we want to maintain and improve on and replace our aging infrastructure just to be reliable. Again, there's the low water rebate program that can be helpful to our customers if they qualify. And at this point, we're sort of in our public stage of taking comments since January through May when we have the public hearing. We've done a series of public information meetings and tours. And if people are interested, we have a virtual tour coming up on April 21st, as well as an in-person tour and information meeting at our Carson facility called the AK Warren facility. So the public is welcome to go to any one of those if they want more information on the rates, or they can simply call us, that's fine. We have our information up here at the end. And so after the whole public process of gathering information, protests, and comments, we will present that to our board of directors at our meeting on May 27th at 1:30 in our boardroom. At that time, they will take into consideration all the comments that they've got and the protests, and they will make the final decision if they're going to move forward with those rates. So that's kind of the end of the information that I wanted to present, just to, so that everyone's aware. Here's all of our information. There's many different ways people can contact us through the phone, the mail, our website. We have customer service representatives that are there to help people. So there's plenty of ways for people to reach us, but I can certainly answer any questions that you may have, or I can stick around after the meeting and in case anybody else has any other questions.
Thank you very much. Any questions? Go ahead, please.
This rate increase has to be in the ballot, or the board can just pass it?
The board needs to pass specifically, pass it's like an ordinance. They have to adopt the actual ordinance approving the rates.
Board can just pass it without going through the ballots, right?
So there's not a ballot system because it's not an assessment necessarily on the property tax, but they do take into consideration how many protests they get, and they can kind of weigh that against whether they want to move forward with the rates.
Any question? Go ahead.
Okay,
Mayor Pro
thank you.
Tem.
Thank you. Is the rate uniform across the entire county in all the districts?
So the JOS system kind of works together, and they all pay the same rate, although it can be different depending on which district you're in, because our rates are made up of the AV taxes is one thing, and each district has its own reserves, and then on top of that, people pay the service charge. So if someone lives in an area that has high AV tax, maybe the resident doesn't have to pay as much of a service charge.
So 275 is just for District 21. It could be 575 for District 13, for example.
So the max in all of our districts, besides 29, and I'll explain that in a second, is no more than $3. So it's $3 and under, except for District 29, which is Signal Hill. We also do their local sewers. It's the only district that we manage their local sewers on top of just the regular sewers that we do, the trunk sewers and all the other treatment. So theirs is a little bit higher because we have those extra sewers.
And the rate of 275 for our district, District 21, is per parcel?
Per single family home, like an average single family home that doesn't qualify for the water, like the low water rebate, would pay $275 a month, an extra $275 a month.
And was this amount arrived at by calculating how much it costs to provide the service and then prorated by how many number of parcels you have?
Correct. And we also had a rate study done. We actually had an independent consultant come in and verify that our rates are in line with what they should be, that people are only paying for their service and nothing more at this point, so.
The district has a number of research and development projects. Are those projects, will they be funded from this rate increase? And if not, how will those projects continue to be funded?
Yes, that is part of how we pay for, that is part of our service charge, our research and, it's our research group.
So does this increase fully fund the projects that are in the works? I understand there's, clean water projects and all of that.
So the Clean Water Project, there's two. There's the Clean Water Project, which is the tunnel, if you're aware of that. And then there's the Pure Water Project, which is coming down later on, is a project that we're working with MWD. That project is several years out, even though it's in the planning stage. So these rates aren't necessarily funding that project yet. It's just sort of doing some of the background work, the planning, and some of the design work. It's paying for that.
But it is funding, so do we expect another rate increase anytime when the other project gets off the planning stages?
So this is this is a 5-year rate package. And at that time, after 5 years, we would consider whether we need another rate increase or not, depending on where we are with our projects, our capital projects. Hopefully by then, the Clearwater or the tunnel project, if you're aware of that, will be done by then.
So this rate increase will be for 5 years. There will not be another increase for 5 more years. Is that right?
That is our plan, assuming nothing crazy happens with the economy or anything like that that's going on in the world that would drastically change inflation rates or something like that.
Great, thank you.
Councilman Liu? No? Great. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. We all, I believe, have been at one point or another up with the sanitation district, and it was important, I think, to let but we have a dozen people out here. I'm hoping people watch it at home or look at it over the next month or so, because it's important for them, rather than coming back later and going, how come you didn't tell me? So thank you very much. Appreciate it. And listening to Robert last month, I think it's important that he thought it was also important to come and address the different cities. So thanks again. Appreciate your time.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that brings us to city manager reports and recommendations. Mr. Fox.
No additional reports this evening.
Very good. Public comments. Public comments is the time reserved on each regular meeting agenda to provide an opportunity for members of the public to directly address the council on consent calendar items or other matters of interest not on the agenda that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the council. Although the City Council values your comments, pursuant to the Brown Act, members of the City Council or staff may briefly respond to public comment if necessary, but no extended discussion and no action on such matters may take place. There's a 5-minute maximum time limit when addressing the City Council. At this time, I'll call up speakers who have submitted a speaker card first. Then City Clerk Santana will ask for those callers joining the teleconference who may wish to speak under public comments. So I have one speaker card, and that is Cynthia Yu.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, council members. My name is Cynthia Yu from the Maple Library. I'm here tonight to invite you and the entire community to our Library Fest this Saturday, April 11th from 1 to 4 p.m. This event celebrates everything our library offers beyond just the bookshelves. We have a packed lineup for all ages, including live performance, arts and crafts stations tailored for kids, teens, adults, and families, balloon twisters and face painting for the little ones, a photo booth, games, and book giveaways so everyone can take a piece of the library home. The Diamondback Friends of the Library will also be providing light refreshment to keep everyone energized while they explore. We would love to see our council members and everyone from the community join us for this fun-filled afternoon this Saturday at the Diamond Bar Library. I also bring some flyers to share with the council members. Thank you for your time, and we hope to see you all there.
Thank you, Ms. Yu. Appreciate you being here. I have no other cards. Is there anybody else that would like to be heard? City Clerk Clint, I'm having trouble with my English today. City Clerk Santana, were there any public comment emails received, or are there any callers on the line?
Mayor, there were no emails received, and there are no callers on the line at this time.
Very good. Then, and again, nobody in the crowd would like to address us? Okay, I accept your offer not to be heard. And that brings us to item of future events and the consent calendar. Mr. Fox.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. On the schedule of events, Coffee with the Cop will be held tomorrow evening from 6 to 8 p.m. at Paris Baguette in the Plaza at Diamond Creek at the corner of Golden Springs and Brea Canyon. A preserved Diamond Bar community presentation will be held on Monday evening, April 13th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. in the Windmill Community Room at City Hall. The Planning Commission meeting scheduled for Tuesday, April 14th has been canceled. There'll be another Diamond Bar preserved Diamond Bar community presentation on Saturday morning, April 18th, starting at 9 a.m. in the Windmill Community Room at City Hall. And our next City Council meeting will be on Tuesday, April 21st, starting at 6:30 p.m. here in the AQMD auditorium. On the consent calendar, you have approval of the March 17th regular meeting minutes, ratification of the check register dated March 11th through March 24th, approval of second reading by title only, waive full reading, and adoption of Ordinance 04-2026, and I will read the title. An ordinance of the City of Diamond Bar amending Title 22 of the Diamond Bar Municipal Code, Development Code, adding Chapter 22.19 to establish multifamily and mixed-use residential objective design standards, ODS, in accordance with state housing law. Planning case number PL 2024-51. You have adoption of resolution numbers 2026-08, 09, and 10, authorizing the preparation of the engineer's reports to establish assessments for landscape assessment districts 38, 39-2022, and 41-2021 for fiscal year 26-27. And approval to exonerate the sewer, grading, paving, and storm drain surety bonds related to parcel map 82066, the Brea Canyon Business Park. And that concludes the consent calendar this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Fox. Would anyone like to pull any items for discussion? No, we're good?
We're good. I make a motion to approve the consent calendar, Mayor.
I will second.
Very good. We have a motion and a second. City Clerk Santana, please call the vote.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Councilmember Chow is absent. Councilmember Liu?
Yes.
Councilmember Tang?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Lo?
Yes.
Mayor Tai?
Yes, thank you very much. And that brings us to item 8, which is public hearings. We have none. And item 9, council consideration, there is none. That brings us very close to the end. Council subcommittee reports and meeting attendance reports. Councilman Liu.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, staff, for the presentation. Then we had Easter this past weekend. It's so heartwarming to see families celebrate throughout our community. Let's keep it our community. What's the word? Be Diamond Bar community. With that, I'll say good night.
Councilman Tang.
Thank you. Last week, I was honored to be invited to Evergreen Elementary School for their leadership program. So I was able to watch the presentation, and there's of their leadership program is their showcase of how the school is cultivating the junior leaders for the next generation. So very impressive. So in the future, I hope I can bring those little leaders to come to our city to tell us their 7 habits to be successful. And I think that's good for the kids and that's good for the adult too. So it will be very nice to hear about their 7 good habits. And 2 weeks ago, and I also attend the San Gabriel Economic Forecasting meeting together with the mayors and city manager Fox there. And the conclusion is the next few years we are going to have a sluggish but positive growth. So it's nice to know that. And the report now is available free to download on their website. So anybody who is interested in reading the report can go to the San Gabriel Economic Partnerships website to download this year's free report. And also during the meeting, there is some interesting discussion about the development of data center and battery energy system.
Yeah, 4 letters, I don't
The
remember.
BESS system, yeah. Battery energy supporting storage system, yes. Thank you very much. BESS system here in the San Gabriel Valley area. And now that, although this is outside the agenda of this meeting, but I will bring the attention to everyone that there are proposed the data center and the BESS system in our neighboring city of industry. I think that has a pro and con and has created a lot of controversial point of view among the residents, among the neighbors area. And I've heard several people send me correspondence opposing the plan. And I think I was trying to study the plan, and I can see that many people's point of view, they are afraid that the data center is going to consume too much power, electric power. They're going to consume too much water resources and things like that. And also they are worried that the BESS system can create the danger of fire. And as everybody knows, the lithium battery fire usually is very difficult to put off. And usually they will give out a lot of toxic materials. And the proposed site is on the Gale Avenue, which is very, very close to 60 freeway. And so far, I haven't seen any of the study of this kind of a safety precaution or any study of the electricity or water consumption and all the environmental studies. I haven't seen any. And the people are asking me about this, and I tried to look into the information. I couldn't find any provided by the City of Industry. I think I would propose that we will ask organizations such as Edison Company to sort of answer these kind of concerns from the surrounding communities, and also have a LA fire department come to explain that if they have a very comprehensive plan in case there's any fire in that area, in the BESS area. I think we need to be transparent. I hope that all the public agency will be transparent in answering the residents' concern about this. And even if it's far away, but it's not that far away. It's about 6 or 7 miles away from Diamond Bar. And once if there's any accident, it will probably create a lot of traffic problem in the 60 freeway. And so I think it is really a concern for the residents in this area. So I wish that our city can be very proactive in trying to find out these answers for the citizens, for the residents. And with that, I will say good night. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tang. It's, it's not a problem until it's a problem, right? I mean, it's, if you saw what happened this morning on the 60 freeway in Ontario, it shut down the freeway going both ways because of a fire that started, I think, in the afternoon. So, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mayor. During this period, I attended the Capital Projects Subcommittee that was part of the San Gabriel Valley COG, and we just received a lot of information regarding the 5760 Confluence Project, and I hope to get the photos and share that information at our next City Council meeting. I hope everybody enjoyed the Easter season and the Passover season. If you're on spring break, I hope you're having a great time. Spring is wonderful. We get lots of new birds. We also get lots of new snakes. So please, if you're walking and walking your dog, just walking yourself, just kind of be aware of where you're stepping and be mindful that there are other creatures out there getting some sun, same as you. So with that, I'll say good night. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Glad that we were able to have the team from Diamond Bar, the robotics competition, and representing Diamond Bar in the city and the school very well. And with Miss Diamond Bar, I don't know that I told you all their names. You heard them get their certificates, but Azaria Kennedy was Miss Diamond Bar 2026. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, I have that backwards. I gave them all their, these are the new ones, so never mind. I withdraw that. I'm glad that we had the opportunity to have the Miss Diamond Bar Court here and get their, what was due them for a year of solid help to Diamond Bar and other areas in the general vicinity. So with that, at 7:09, I will say good night and God bless you.